This photograph has spread persistently across online communities, drawing attention not only for the severity of the roadway incident it captures, but for a deeply unsettling detail standing just beyond the obvious chaos. The image shows an active emergency response on a wide highway, with vehicles stopped, responders present, and debris scattered across multiple lanes. At first glance, it appears to be a tragic but familiar scene. Closer examination, however, reveals something far more disturbing. A mysterious figure can be seen standing a short distance from the wreckage, positioned away from responders and onlookers, in a place where no bystander would normally be allowed or expected to stand. The figure appears motionless, upright, and strangely calm. Most unsettling of all is the impression that the individual resembles the very person being removed from the damaged vehicle by emergency crews. The posture and placement suggest observation rather than participation, as if the figure is watching the scene unfold from the outside. Those working at the site appear completely unaware of this presence. No one looks toward it. No one acknowledges it. The responders remain focused on their tasks, moving with urgency and precision, while the figure stands apart, untouched by the commotion. This disconnect has fueled speculation that the image captured something not normally visible, a moment existing between states of awareness. The location of the figure adds another layer of mystery. It stands on a grassy embankment beyond the active roadway, an area that would typically be secured or restricted during an incident of this scale. Its positioning feels deliberate, almost symbolic, as though placed there rather than wandering. To many observers, the photograph represents more than coincidence or visual illusion. It is viewed as a rare glimpse into a phenomenon where consciousness briefly separates from physical form during moments of extreme trauma. The image does not offer answers, only a chilling stillness that contrasts sharply with the urgency surrounding it. United States soldiers find $500 million worth of gold bars and $600 million in cash in Iraq, but no one knows what happened to it. The United States military announced that American troops had confiscated a truck in Iraq containing gold bars with an estimated value of over $500 million. American troops, operating in a volatile region, stopped a convoy of vehicles for a routine inspection. Among the vehicles was a truck that, upon closer examination, was found to be carrying a cargo that stunned the soldiers. Stacked high in the truck's cargo bay were gold bars, each one gleaming in the harsh desert sun. The gold was quickly estimated to be worth over $500 million, a fortune that raised immediate suspicions about its origins and intended destination. The Central Command reported that soldiers discovered the bars during a routine traffic control examination of a Mercedes truck near the border. According to the command statement, the soldiers took 2 individuals into custody who were in the truck. Shortly after, United States troops discovered over $600 million in US currency inside boxes located near the royal complexes in Baghdad. Despite the high value of the gold and the implications of its discovery, what happened next is where the mystery deepens. According to some reports, the gold was transported to a secure location by the American military, where it was to be catalogued, documented, and eventually turned over to the appropriate authorities, whether the Iraqi government, the US Treasury, or another designated entity. However, as time went on, the trail of the gold seemed to vanish. Official records of the gold's seizure and subsequent handling are either incomplete or non-existent. Attempts to trace the gold have been met with silence or vague responses from those in positions of authority. The lack of transparency has led to widespread speculation about the gold's ultimate fate. The story of the seized gold bars and their disappearance has become emblematic of the broader uncertainties and complexities of the conflict that was happening during this time. In a conflict marked by shifting alliances, unclear objectives, and constant threats, the fate of the gold serves as a reminder of how easily things can slip through the cracks in such an environment. The incident also highlights the challenges of accountability and transparency during these conflicts. A mysterious collection of emails have been leaked, revealing the United States are asking for the resurrection chamber of Gilgamesh. A mysterious leak involving a collection of emails said to have been retrieved through a Freedom of Information Act request aimed at the US State Department has stirred intense speculation online. These emails reportedly contained an unusual inquiry, one that referenced the resurrection chamber of Gilgamesh, the legendary Sumerian ruler, along with information regarding the location of his remains and the resting places of the Nephilim, beings described in ancient texts as giants or divine hybrids. The documents quickly gained attention across social media platforms and alternative news outlets, captivating people around the world. Many were drawn in by the idea that the US government might be in possession of knowledge or evidence tied to ancient legends, relics, or technologies that could dramatically alter our understanding of human history. For many, the suggestion that such topics were discussed within government circles validated long-standing theories about hidden knowledge and classified research into humanity's forgotten past. The name Gilgamesh alone, coupled with references to the Nephilim, was enough to spark a flurry of interest from researchers and conspiracy theorists alike. The group known as Anonymous, which has become widely recognized for exposing secretive operations and uncovering sensitive material, is often associated with political transparency or revealing corporate misconduct. But in December of 2018, this alleged release was unlike their typical content. Instead of focusing on modern-day wrongdoing, the leaked material dove deep into the realms of ancient lore and unexplained phenomena. One email in particular, said to be part of the released cache, included a request from an undisclosed party seeking files related to a supposed resurrection chamber associated with Gilgamesh. The ancient hero, whose story is recorded in the Epic of Gilgamesh, is considered one of the oldest literary figures in history. According to the mythology of ancient Mesopotamia, Gilgamesh was part divine and part human, and his tale centers around quests for immortality and divine wisdom. Though historians generally accept that a historical king named Gilgamesh may have once ruled over the city-state of Uruk, the notion of a resurrection chamber tied to his name ventures far beyond accepted academic thought. Such a concept does not appear in any known Sumerian or Babylonian texts, nor has archaeological evidence been uncovered to suggest that such a chamber ever existed. Nevertheless, the theory is particularly compelling to those who believe that ancient civilizations may have wielded knowledge or tools far beyond what is currently acknowledged by science. Adding another layer to the mystery was the mention of the Nephilim. These beings are most famously mentioned in the Book of Genesis, where they are described as the offspring of divine beings and human women. Many interpretations suggest they were giants, while others consider them to be spiritually unique entities whose origins remain unclear. For centuries, theologians and historians have debated their meaning, while some theorists have proposed that they played a role in constructing ancient structures or had access to lost knowledge. Rumors have persisted that German archaeologists once believed they had located the tomb of Gilgamesh, and not long after, military operations took place in the region. Following the Iraq invasion, the US reportedly established a presence in the ancient city of Babylon, with speculation that they were not just there for strategic purposes, but also to secure ancient artifacts. Reports emerged that significant relics were taken, buildings were constructed within the historical site, and helicopter pads were installed, raising questions about the true nature of the mission. The reference to the Nephilim in the leaked communication gave rise to even more speculation. Some believe these beings were part of a hybrid lineage that predates recorded history, and that their burial sites may contain remnants of technology or wisdom from a forgotten age. If the US government was indeed searching for or researching these locations, it could suggest that there is far more to the human story than what is currently taught. The involvement of the State Department, if accurate, raises deeper questions. Some have theorized that such emails could be tied to confidential research initiatives involving ancient civilizations or possibly even programs dedicated to locating and examining long-lost artifacts. Others suggest that these inquiries could be linked to ongoing efforts to uncover ancient technologies capable of transforming contemporary scientific understanding. For believers in suppressed history and classified discoveries, the leak represented a form of vindication. The idea that powerful institutions may possess evidence of long-forgotten chapters in human history, hidden relics, or even encounters with otherworldly entities has been a central claim within communities for decades. The content of the email aligned with these beliefs and reignited conversations that had long existed on the periphery of mainstream discourse. Soldier details chilling encounter. A soldier deployed as an infantry team leader with the US Army in Kunar province, Afghanistan, from 2008 to 2009, experienced an encounter that would remain with him long after his service. One night, his unit set up an observation patrol to monitor a village suspected of being a source of improvised explosive devices. A few weeks prior, the unit had successfully recovered an IED in the area, making surveillance a high priority. His lieutenant issued him a new thermal imaging system called the Recon 3, a device unfamiliar to the team, and tasked him with learning its functionalities and passing that knowledge to the other team leaders. As he experimented with the Recon 3, he was impressed by the clarity of its zoom function. He spent most of his time adjusting its features and observing the village below. Eventually, his curiosity led him to scan the surrounding valley and the ridgeline on which his unit was positioned. It was then that he noticed a massive heat signature at the top of a false peak. Initially, he assumed it was a group of fighters gathered around a fire, a common sight in the mountains. However, as he attempted to refine the image, the heat signature stood up, revealing itself as a singular, towering figure. The trees in that area of the valley typically reached heights of 10 to 12 feet, yet this being matched or exceeded them. As he continued to watch, the creature began moving parallel to his position, traversing the rugged terrain with remarkable ease. Its stride was slow and deliberate, yet its movements covered vast distances at an astonishing speed. The sheer size and agility of the being defied anything he had ever encountered, leaving him in disbelief. The soldier tracked the figure for as long as he could, but it quickly disappeared along a neighboring spur. Initially, he dismissed the sighting, convincing himself that his mind must have played tricks on him. The experience was so surreal that he chose to keep it to himself, hesitant to share an account that seemed implausible even to him. For years, he refrained from discussing it, believing there was no logical explanation for what he had witnessed. In 2010, however, everything changed. While listening to the radio show Coast to Coast AM, he heard a story about the so-called Giant of Kandahar, a massive humanoid allegedly encountered and engaged by US soldiers in Afghanistan. The description of that creature brought back memories of his own experience in Kunar, forcing him to reconsider the strange sighting he had tried so hard to forget. One detail in particular stood out to him. The Giant of Kandahar was described as having fire-orange hair, a characteristic that reminded him of a peculiar tradition among the local villagers. He recalled how the locals would periodically dye their hair bright orange, along with the fur of their goats. No explanation was ever given for this custom, and it was never a permanent change. Over time, the orange-dyed goats would vanish, and the villagers' hair would return to its natural color. At the time, he had dismissed it as an unfamiliar cultural practice, something he simply did not understand. However, in light of what he had seen, he began to wonder if there was a deeper meaning behind the ritual. The questions haunted him, but without further evidence, they remained unanswered. The encounter in Kunar remains one of the many unexplained mysteries reported by military personnel stationed in remote regions. The soldiers' reluctance to speak about the experience is understandable. Such claims are often met with skepticism. However, when considered alongside similar stories, his account adds to a growing body of anecdotal evidence suggesting that something extraordinary may exist in the rugged, isolated mountains of Afghanistan. Whether these beings are remnants of an ancient species, as some have speculated, or something even more mysterious, the truth remains elusive. However, for those who have encountered them, the experience is impossible to forget. The soldiers' sighting of the Giant of Kunar remains an unsolved mystery, one that raises more questions than answers about what truly inhabits the remote corners of the world. A soldier's mysterious encounter. Private Daniel Carter had been stationed in the Middle East for almost a year, but nothing had prepared him for the suffocating silence that settled over his unit's temporary outpost. It was the kind of silence that made a man feel like he wasn't alone, even when he knew no one else should be there. It was his turn to keep watch. The rest of the squad was sleeping in the adjacent room, sprawled out on their sleeping mats, weapons within arm's reach. The building had once been a civilian structure, but war had hollowed it out. Now, its crumbling walls provided just enough shelter from the wind and prying eyes. Carter sat near the doorway, his rifle resting across his lap, his ears tuned to every sound the night had to offer. The soft rustle of fabric as one of his squadmates shifted in their sleep, the distant bark of a stray dog, the occasional crackle from the radio, and then something changed. The temperature in the room seemed to drop, sending a shiver down his spine. The air, once still, felt charged with an unnatural energy. At first, he chalked it up to exhaustion, the kind that settled deep into a soldier's bones after too many sleepless nights. But then he saw it. Out of the corner of his eye, a movement in the hallway beyond the doorway. Slowly, cautiously, Carter turned his head. The dim glow from his flashlight barely reached into the hallway, but he could see something standing just beyond the threshold. It was tall, its form blacker than the surrounding darkness, and there were no discernible features, no face, no clothing, just a void in the shape of a man. His heart pounded in his chest as he raised his rifle, his hands steady despite the fear gripping his gut. He commanded the entity to identify itself. The figure did not respond, and it did not flinch. It simply remained there, watching. Carter felt his breath hitch as the figure moved, not by stepping forward, but by gliding, its movement smooth and unnatural. It was closer now, standing in the doorway. The radio on his vest crackled to life, static hissing through the speaker before cutting out entirely. Carter's grip on his rifle tightened. Summoning every ounce of his training, he forced himself to act. He reached for his flashlight, shining it directly at the figure, expecting it to reveal a person hiding in the shadows, but the beam of light passed straight through the entity, illuminating the empty hallway behind it. Carter's blood ran cold, and then, in an instant, it was gone. The weight in the air lifted, the oppressive energy dissipating as if it had never been there. Carter remained frozen, his breathing ragged, sweat trickling down his brow. He glanced toward the other room, expecting one of his squad mates to wake, to tell him they had felt it too, but the room remained silent, the others undisturbed. Morning came too slowly. When his shift ended, Carter barely spoke a word about what had happened. That night, when it was someone else's turn to keep watch, Carter said that he laid awake, staring at the ceiling. He knew what he had seen, and in the depths of his gut, he felt an undeniable truth. Whatever it was, it had been watching. According to one worker, they reported that many crew members aboard whale research ships have reported seeing massive creatures on the icy continent. Reports detail that when approaching Antarctica, crew members will report seeing crab or large spider-like creatures walking across the snow and having colors that help them blend into the surroundings. As their vessels begin to approach Antarctica, they quickly realize that the large masses on top of the ice are not part of the landscape, but are real creatures that quickly move away as they approach. These creatures are described as being a few inches to several feet in length, and other eyewitnesses have often reported that the creature was originally mistaken as being a rock, but as they ventured closer, they could see legs, a rounded body, eyes, and a mouth. Oddly enough, around the same time as these creatures were being reported, crew members aboard Japanese whale research ships stated that humanoid creatures were seen close to land. Later referred to as the Ningen by the Japanese crew, these creatures are believed to be some form of Antarctic humans that are impossible to understand. To this day, evidence is hard to come by, and it continues to be a mystery of the Japanese crews that experienced these occurrences on a nearly daily basis. Conflicting theories surrounding the creatures have popped up in recent years. Those on board the whale research ships have said the spider creatures are hard to identify, mainly because they blend in so well with the background, further noting that the majority of the time they get mistaken for things like rocks. As of right now, those who've worked in the region are sure that they encountered something mysterious and state that because Antarctica is such a hard place to study, there could be various species unknown to science living throughout the region. The photograph sparked a discussion on social media, with a user expressing that it bore a striking resemblance to an experience their father had while in Antarctica. The individual mentioned that their father, a doctor stationed in Antarctica in the 1990s, highlighted the presence of multiple restricted zones within the region that are off-limits for visitors. These restricted areas were emphasized to be strictly prohibited from access and exploration due to their sensitive nature and potential risks associated with venturing into these zones. The doctor detailed that there are specific areas that have been designated as off-limits to the public, leading to speculation about what secrets may lie hidden within. These restricted areas, often guarded by military personnel and surrounded by high-security fences, fuel rumors of covert operations, scientific experiments, and even advanced encounters. While official explanations cite environmental protection and scientific research as the primary reasons for restricting access, the doctor said that there is more to the story than meets the eye. According to the doctor, who worked in the area for over 10 years, he stated that mysterious creatures have been found within these zones, along with the continent being home to hidden bases and research facilities where advanced technology is being studied and tested. The man added that the rumors are true of advanced technology and secret experiments being conducted in Antarctica's restricted areas. He also said that the facilities he visited are also used for testing classified weapons systems, experiments, or even developing exotic technology. Although he said that such claims may seem far-fetched, he pointed out the history of military involvement in Antarctica, adding that these missions lend credence to the idea that the continent has been used as a testing ground for secret military projects. Although he pointed out that advanced technology has been found in Antarctica and is actively being studied there, he said it's important to highlight that many of Antarctica's restricted areas are indeed used for legitimate scientific research and environmental protection efforts. However, the doctor said that the remote and inhospitable nature of Antarctica also makes it an ideal location for conducting research that may be controversial. Antarctica, the Earth's southernmost continent, has long been a source of fascination and intrigue due to its remote location, extreme conditions, and the mysteries that lie beneath its icy surface. In recent years, there has been a growing interest in reports of unidentified objects spotted above Antarctica. These sightings have fueled speculation about advanced activity, secret military bases, and hidden ancient civilizations. Just recently, someone on social media reported that they found a large object embedded in the snow, saying that a large trail could be seen behind the object, and suggested that whatever this thing is could have crash-landed. The user who found the photograph said that they've spent countless hours looking across Antarctica in the hopes of finding something strange. The object appears to be in the shape of a disc, with the user saying that when they measured the object, it was just over 10 meters, but noted that the trail that can be seen directly behind the object measured in at over 250 meters. As of right now, there's not much to go by, but those who've seen this image have said that it's one of the clearest photographs of a mysterious object found in Antarctica and could be evidence of a mysterious downed aircraft. Oddly enough, this isn't the first time that an object like this has been found embedded in the snow, and it's caused researchers into the unknown to suggest that something strange may be going on down in Antarctica. In the vast expanse of the Martian landscape, where the red sands stretch as far as the eye can see, the Mars rover has been tirelessly exploring, uncovering secrets hidden beneath the surface of the mysterious planet. Among the countless images transmitted back to Earth, one photograph in particular has captured the imagination of the world, a striking image that appears to show the unmistakable silhouette of a skeletal figure exposed on the barren surface of Mars. The photograph, taken by the Mars rover's high-resolution camera, reveals a scene both eerie and intriguing, a stark contrast to the desolate landscape that surrounds it. Against the backdrop of the Martian horizon, the skeletal figure stands out in stark relief, its elongated limbs and skull-like features etched against the dusty red soil. Speculation about the origins of the mysterious skeleton has run rampant since the image was first released to the public. Some have suggested that it could be the remains of an ancient Martian civilization, long extinct and forgotten beneath the sands of time. Others have proposed more outlandish theories, positing that it may be evidence of extraterrestrial life or even the remnants of a long-lost astronaut stranded on the surface of Mars. But skeptics caution against jumping to conclusions, pointing out the tendency of the human brain to perceive familiar shapes and patterns in random stimuli. They argue that the skeleton-like figure may be nothing more than a trick of light and shadow, a natural formation sculpted by the harsh Martian winds over millions of years. Despite the skepticism, the photograph has reignited debate about the possibility of life on Mars and the tantalizing prospect of uncovering evidence of ancient civilizations on the red planet. For centuries, humans have looked to the stars with a sense of wonder and curiosity, searching for signs of life beyond our own planet. And while previous missions to Mars have yielded valuable data about the planet's geology and atmosphere, the question of whether life exists, or once existed, on Mars remains unanswered. The discovery of the skeleton-like figure is just the latest in a series of tantalizing clues that have fueled speculation about the possibility of life on Mars. In recent years, scientists have uncovered evidence of liquid water beneath the Martian surface, a key ingredient for life as we know it. They have also identified organic molecules in Martian rocks, suggesting that the planet may have once been capable of supporting microbial life. But the search for definitive proof of life on Mars continues, with future missions to the red planet poised to shed new light on the mysteries of our celestial neighbor. In the meantime, the photograph of the skeleton-like figure serves as a reminder of the boundless potential for discovery that awaits us in the uncharted depths of space. As scientists analyze the photograph and debate its significance, the public is left to ponder the implications of what may lie beyond the frame. In the vast expanse of the Martian landscape, NASA's Opportunity rover made a discovery that captured the imagination of scientists and space enthusiasts alike, a mysterious dome structure hidden among the rugged terrain of the red planet. This mysterious find, revealed through images transmitted back to Earth, sparked intrigue and speculation about its origins and purpose, fueling debates about the possibility of ancient civilizations on Mars. The discovery of the dome structure by NASA's Opportunity rover was a serendipitous moment in the ongoing exploration of Mars. As the rover traversed the Martian surface, its panoramic camera captured a series of images that revealed the presence of a distinctively shaped structure nestled amidst the rocky landscape. The dome structure, with its smooth, curved surface and symmetrical design, stood out against the backdrop of the Martian terrain. Its sheer size and unusual appearance immediately caught the attention of scientists and researchers at NASA, who quickly began analyzing the images to better understand the nature of this strange formation. Speculation about the dome structure abounded, with some suggesting that it could be a natural geological feature formed through processes such as erosion or volcanic activity. However, others were quick to point out the structure's striking resemblance to architectural designs found on Earth, leading to conjecture about its artificial origin. One prevailing theory proposed by amateur researchers and enthusiasts alike was that the dome structure could be the remnant of an ancient Martian civilization, a testament to the possibility that intelligent life may have once thrived on the red planet. Proponents of this theory pointed to the dome's intricate design and apparent construction as evidence of advanced technological capabilities beyond anything previously imagined. As images of the dome structure circulated among scientific communities and the public, speculation about its purpose and significance grew. Some hypothesized that it could have served as a shelter or habitat for Martian inhabitants, while others suggested that it may have held religious or ceremonial significance for the ancient civilization that built it. The discovery of the dome structure on Mars reignited long-standing debates about the possibility of life beyond Earth and the potential for ancient civilizations to exist in the far reaches of the universe. For many, it represented a tantalizing glimpse into the mysteries of our cosmic neighbors and the untold stories hidden within the Martian landscape. However, as with any scientific discovery, skepticism and caution tempered the initial excitement surrounding the dome structure. Some researchers cautioned against jumping to conclusions based on limited information, emphasizing the need for further investigation and analysis to determine the true nature of the formation. In the years since its discovery, the dome structure on Mars has remained a subject of fascination and speculation, inspiring ongoing research and exploration efforts to uncover its secrets. NASA's continued missions to the Red Planet, including the Perseverance rover and future manned missions, hold the promise of shedding new light on this mysterious formation and the broader question of life on Mars. Ultimately, the discovery of the dome structure on Mars serves as a reminder of the boundless possibilities of space exploration and the enduring quest to unlock the mysteries of the cosmos. Whether it represents evidence of ancient civilizations or simply a natural geological formation, its presence ignites our imagination and fuels our curiosity about the universe beyond our own planet. First and foremost, the fascination with mysterious Mars artifacts stems from the quest for knowledge and understanding. As we explore the Martian landscape through the lens of advanced technology, such as orbiters, landers, and rovers, we inevitably encounter anomalies that defy easy explanation. These out-of-place artifacts, ranging from unusual rock formations to seemingly engineered structures, challenge our understanding of Mars's geological and atmospheric processes. Each discovery prompts further investigation and analysis, driving scientific inquiry and pushing the boundaries of our knowledge. Moreover, the allure of mysterious Mars artifacts lies in their potential to unravel the planet's strange history. Mars, once believed to be a cold and lifeless world, has revealed evidence of a more dynamic and complex past. From ancient riverbeds and lake basins to mineral deposits suggestive of past water activity, Mars bears the scars of a planet shaped by geological forces and perhaps the presence of liquid water, an essential ingredient for life as we know it. In this context, out-of-place artifacts offer a tantalizing glimpse into Mars's past inhabitants, whether microbial or intelligent. Speculations abound regarding the origins and purposes of these artifacts, with some suggesting they could be remnants of ancient civilizations that once flourished on the Martian surface. The prospect of uncovering evidence of extraterrestrial life, even in microbial form, fuels our imagination and ignites our curiosity about the possibility of life beyond Earth. Furthermore, the study of mysterious Mars artifacts holds implications for future exploration and colonization efforts. As humanity looks to the stars for potential off-world habitats and resources, understanding Mars' geology, climate, and potential hazards becomes paramount. By studying out-of-place artifacts, scientists can glean valuable insights into the planet's past habitability and assess its suitability for human settlement. From identifying potential landing sites to mapping underground resources, these artifacts serve as signposts in humanity's ongoing journey to the Red Planet. Beyond their scientific significance, mysterious Mars artifacts also capture the public's imagination and inspire awe and wonder. Images of unusual rock formations, geometric patterns, and anomalous structures circulating online and in popular media spark debate and speculation among enthusiasts and skeptics alike. They become the subject of theories, amateur investigations, and science fiction narratives, enriching our cultural landscape and fueling our collective fascination with the cosmos. However, it's essential to approach mysterious Mars artifacts with a healthy dose of skepticism and critical thinking. Not every anomaly captured in satellite images or rover photographs is evidence of ancient civilizations or extraterrestrial activity. Many can be explained by natural geological processes, such as erosion, wind, and volcanic activity, or artifacts of image processing and data compression. This man just posted a mysterious discovery to social media, stating that he captured a mysterious light that appeared in the sky above the United States. Described by the eyewitness as a massive, stationary illumination resembling a glowing portal, this strange phenomenon has baffled online users who have seen it, leaving many pondering its possible origins and implications. The first reports of the mysterious light emerged in the early hours of the morning on April 28th, when the eyewitnesses observed a brilliant glow hovering ominously in the sky. Others then stated that they had seen the mysterious light, and descriptions varied, with some likening the spectacle to a shimmering doorway or celestial gateway, while others compared it to a pulsating orb of radiant energy. Regardless of the terminology used, the consensus among observers was clear. This was no ordinary celestial event. Eyewitness accounts of the mysterious light spread rapidly via social media and news outlets, sparking a flurry of speculation and debate among scientists, ufologists, and armchair enthusiasts. Theories regarding its origin ranged from natural phenomena such as ball lightning or auroras to more exotic explanations involving extraterrestrial visitation or interdimensional portals. One of the most striking aspects of the mysterious light was its apparent lack of movement. Unlike conventional celestial objects, such as stars or planets, which traverse the night sky in predictable patterns, the glowing anomaly remained eerily stationary, defying conventional explanation and prompting further intrigue. As news of the sighting spread, online users tried to explain the mysterious phenomenon. Yet, despite their efforts, the mysterious light remained elusive, casting doubt on conventional explanations and fueling speculation about its true origin. In the absence of concrete evidence, skeptics offered various hypotheses to account for the strange phenomenon. Some suggested that the light could be a rare atmospheric phenomenon or an unusually intense aurora borealis, while others proposed more exotic explanations involving advanced technology or otherworldly visitors. One popular theory posited that the mysterious light was a manifestation of advanced propulsion technology being tested. According to this hypothesis, the glowing portal could represent a wormhole or stargate generated by an experimental spacecraft, allowing for rapid travel between distant points in space-time. While such ideas may sound far-fetched to skeptics, they underscore the profound sense of wonder and curiosity inspired by the mysterious light. For many, the sighting serves as a reminder of the vast mysteries that still await discovery beyond the confines of our planet and solar system, prompting renewed interest in the search for extraterrestrial life and the exploration of the cosmos. There's been an increase in triangle-shaped UFOs seen above Texas. In recent years, reports of triangular UFO sightings above Texas have surged, captivating the public imagination and prompting speculation about the nature and origin of these mysterious craft. Eyewitnesses from across the Lone Star State have described encountering triangular-shaped objects soaring silently through the night sky, their sleek and angular profiles defying conventional explanations and leaving observers awestruck. The phenomenon of triangle-shaped UFOs, often referred to as TR-3B or Black Triangle craft, has been documented around the world for decades, with sightings reported in numerous countries and regions. However, the frequency and consistency of these encounters above Texas have captured particular attention, leading some to speculate about possible military testing, extraterrestrial visitation, or otherworldly phenomena. One of the most striking features of these triangular UFOs is their silent and seemingly effortless movement through the sky. Witnesses describe the craft as gliding silently overhead, their angular shapes illuminated by soft, pulsating lights that defy the traditional configurations of commercial or military aircraft. Some observers have reported seeing the craft hover motionless for extended periods before darting off at incredible speeds, leaving behind only a lingering sense of awe and wonder. The prevalence of these sightings above Texas has led to widespread speculation about the possible origins of the mysterious craft. Some suggest that the triangular UFOs could be advanced military aircraft undergoing clandestine testing or surveillance operations. Proponents of this theory point to the reported sightings near military installations and testing ranges as evidence of government involvement in the phenomenon. Others, however, propose more exotic explanations, suggesting that the triangular UFOs could be of extraterrestrial origin. According to this hypothesis, the craft may represent advanced spacecraft piloted by beings from other worlds, conducting reconnaissance missions or monitoring Earth's activities from the safety of the cosmos. The silent and stealthy nature of the sightings, as well as the absence of conventional propulsion systems, lend credence to the idea of an otherworldly origin for the mysterious craft. Yet, regardless of their origin, the increased prevalence of triangular UFO sightings above Texas has sparked widespread fascination and debate among researchers, enthusiasts, and skeptics alike. Amateur investigators armed with cameras and binoculars have taken to the skies in search of evidence, hoping to capture photographic or video documentation of the strange craft and unlock the secrets of their existence. In addition to eyewitness reports, some researchers have pointed to radar data and satellite imagery as potential sources of evidence for the existence of triangular UFOs. By correlating sightings with radar tracks and satellite imagery, investigators hope to corroborate eyewitness testimony and build a more comprehensive understanding of the phenomenon. Despite these efforts, the true nature of the triangular UFOs remains elusive, their presence continuing to fuel speculation and intrigue. Whether the craft are the product of advanced military technology, extraterrestrial visitation, or some other unknown phenomenon, their silent and stealthy appearances above the skies of Texas serve as a potent reminder of the mysteries that still await discovery in the vast expanse of the cosmos. One of the most compelling aspects of UFO sightings in Texas is their sheer diversity. Witnesses have reported encountering a wide array of strange and unconventional craft, ranging from luminous orbs and saucer-shaped disks to towering cylinders and sleek, triangular objects. These sightings have occurred across the state, with reports emanating from urban centers like Houston and Dallas, as well as more remote areas, such as the deserts of West Texas and the piney woods of East Texas. What sets Texas apart as a hotspot for UFO activity is not just the frequency of sightings, but also the consistency and credibility of the witnesses. Many reports come from ordinary citizens, including law enforcement officers, military personnel, and commercial pilots, whose professions demand keen observational skills and attention to detail. Their testimonies lend credence to the notion that something truly extraordinary is unfolding in the Texas skies. As of right now, the surge in triangular UFO sightings above Texas has captured the attention of researchers and enthusiasts worldwide, prompting speculation about their origin and purpose. Whether these mysterious craft are the result of advanced military testing, extraterrestrial visitation, or some other unknown phenomenon, their silent and stealthy presence in the night sky continues to inspire wonder and curiosity, reminding us of the enduring mysteries that lie beyond the bounds of our understanding. So what do you make of these mysterious photos? Be sure to leave your questions and answers in the comment section below and help us to grow this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.